Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Nexus Gaming Series Division A. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Tricky Gooses with Miniken going to be on the Stitches, Killidan on that Sylvanas, we got Birdie on the Nazebo, Key on the Stukov, and we have got Elfboy on the Rexar. Over in the red, we got the members of ProBUs. Sage will be on the Leoric. We are going to be having 8-Bit on the Varian. Irby going to be on the Tyrande. Muffin on the Tychus, and a John Bunyan on the on the Junkrat. Let's go ahead and get into our mid lane and check out our engagement. Oh, wait, Sentinel. Doesn't hit anyone, GG's. Game goes over to the side of Tricky Gooses. Alrighty. Good hook attempt right there from Miniken. It's not going to be able to connect onto the Tychus. A little shy right there. A little Sentinel past. I think that was the Sylvanas just rotating out. And we are just hanging out in the rotations, waiting for any sort of big team fight to really pop off. The other thing to consider, too, is going to be when the objective phase spawns, the amount of priority that we're going to be seeing for that. John Bunyan just going to use the Concussion Mine to disengage over the wall and make sure he is clear and safe out of any engagement. Snargles, thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months. I will resend your alert when we get out of game. Paige the Untouchable, thank you for the 100 bits. I will resend your alert when we get out of game. Thank you, Paige. Much appreciated. Thank you all for pushing past level 2. We are in level 3 of Hype Train. As I said, if you'd like to take part in it, always much appreciated. And Mythos, I hope things turn around for you. I hope everything gets better. Glad to have you here with us, friend. Hopefully the stream helps out a little bit. Concussion Mine from Junkrat to displace things. Also Miniken, and he's going to go down. That is a solid first blood over the members of ProBUs, and they also will be able to grab their own camp. No steal available from the members of Tricky Gooses. And the shrines are available for contest. John Bunyan looking just to poke onto the wave right now. Nazebo working on those baseline and those spider stacks, sitting at 28 baseline on the Voodoo Ritual and 10 on just the Widowmaker? No, that's not. Yeah, Widowmakers. There we go. Hey, Be Crazy, what's up? It's our favorite team, ProBUs. Yes, ProBUs. I like how Helen already comes out with the bop. Chain CC onto Miniken, and that, dear lord, almost was the entirety of Stitch's health pool. He was forced to tap well. Does have that Patchwork Creation at level 1, so he's got the increased regeneration healing effect, so this will be, he'll be back to full HP in just a moment. Dear lord, Hype Train level 3. Thank you all so much. Look out from Stitches, not going to connect. Chattering Teeth. Varian trying to just get Stitches a little bit closer to those Chattering Teeth. I think it actually did connect from the Tyrande Lunar Flare. 8-Bit taunt out onto Miniken, who's going to be blasted into the front gate. John Bunyan on this, I gotta say, this Junkrat play already. These Concussion Mine angles are so good. I'm glad to hear that, Mythos, seriously. Always glad to hear that. That is always the goal. Oh, ERB had probably cooldown reduction on their heals. They were not able to do that, and it is going to be Tychus going down. Stitches just now respawning. 1-2 in kills in favor for the side of ProBUs. She finally shows her true side. Always hitting me. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Be Crazy. I think you're just making things up in chat. Why would you ever say something so horrible about Helen like that? How dare you? Also, thanks for hanging out, everyone, today. It's always fun to cast all these games for you. I really, really appreciate it. Tyrande finds the Lunar Flare follow-up to the Varian Taunt, and this is a 1-2 punch that is just devastating right now. Another Concussion Mine. Won't be able to have the same pull as I cast a Curse John Bunyan. Hook goes out. Won't be actually connecting onto anyone. These hooks, though, they're literally a little shy of connecting onto these enemies. So I wonder when that 13 talent tier comes around and you have 40% range increase on that hook from the extended hook, I wonder if that's going to be the game changer in favor for the side of Tricky Gooses. We'll have to see. Hopefully that 13 talent tier can be achieved. Because she has cooties. Yeah, you never got your shot. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got the cootie shot, dude. Simple. It's simple shit. You don't need a doctorate for that. The weird stuff you remember from being a kid. Misha Bear anchoring on the point. Nazebo still soaking out. 58 stacks on his Voodoo Ritual. We should have done a Nazebo stacking quest for this game, honest to God. But I didn't think about it till we were literally already loaded in. I was like, maybe if there's a Nazebo in the next game. We'll have to see. But 8 up on both sides. Let's go ahead and cycle through the numbers, and let's check out what the damage healing experience is looking like. There's a hook, but it's into the front gate. Shattered Teeth do come out. There's Lurking Arm from this Stukov, and Concussion Mine splits the Sylvanas. Another phenomenal Concussion Mine to set up a kill into the enemy side. And these hooks, they're just so shy. That range increase, it's going to make all the difference, in my opinion. Was that variant you put down a Stitches spray? I'm not 100% sure. Concussion Mine once again. Miniken split from the friendly team. Spiders really getting a lot of value into 8-Bit, chunking him down a little bit, but the big chunk is into Stitches. The large lad will fall, and 10 talent tier is just about to be achieved by the side of ProBUs. The members of Tricky Gooses looking to try and make some tricky plays on the enemy side, but it's just not working out with these hooks. They're a little too shy, and the Concussion Mines in control of 8-Bit, John Bunyan, as well as the Lunar Flares from Earby are just too much. They dive underneath the tower. Key thought he was safe, but the overkill isn't going to be enough, and 8-Bit is going to sacrifice himself to try and get this kill. Is he actually going to be able to live here? There's a oh, he was probably out of range of Earby, and there were probably cooldown reductions, but either way. Shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for taking part in the hype train. I very much appreciate the support. I love you all very much for being awesome and being in a super community. So, channel potential for Dragon Knight mid, but Muffin is hanging out here and will not allow that to happen. Nazebo nearing that 100 mark for his stacks, but it's not like he has... I can't think of the level 1 for him. Oh my god. Range, I can think of like everything it does, but I literally cannot think of the range increase down at level 1 right now. I am completely blanking on it. Key goes over the wall right now. Gonna be split from the friendly side. Muffin getting chunked. Thing of the D, thank you so much. I was like, it's something Cthulian and I can't think of it. It's driving me nuts. Look out from Miniken, slam onto 8-Bit. They sustain on the point. Rexar Misha trying to get the standard channel, but Sage is going to be locking things down for a moment as we check out the APM. Miniken trying to back away. The Starfall from Tyrande just now ending. Tychus with a little grenade into the enemy side, but it's not going to be enough for a kill. Miniken tapping well, looking to re-engage with the friendly team. Miniken just needs to sustain it for a little bit, but he's going to get chunked quite heavily and goes down to the Tychus sustained damage, as well as the big burst from the enemy side. Going to show back those talents in case you're curious of what things are looking like. And I gotta say, if Tychus went into Master Assassin, that would have been huge. Helen, thank you for gifting a sub to Trainwreck. Thank you. We will resend all these alerts when we get out of game. Very much appreciate the support, and thank you for gifting a sub to the wonderful lad, Trainwreck. I mean, ass is great, so. Little Commandeer Odin poking on to the bottom lane fort. Does take down the well with some help of 8-Bit. Meanwhile, mid lane, still no Dragon Knight available. I believe we have not had a Dragon Knight yet in this game. Sentinel goes out to check if the enemy team's on the camp. We'll see that they are not. This is actually the vision of Earby for a hot second. You can see how much value that Sentinel, or how much vision that Sentinel is actually giving out. Talent here will be here first for the side of ProBUs, and do they make an aggressive step forward in the enemy side? Well, they're going to have to if Muffin is going to get hooked in. Lunar Flare right next to Muffin. I think they're expecting Stitches and crew to kind of dive on top of this Tychus. I was also looking, I was like, does he have Gorge? And I was like skimming through all the talents as quickly as I can. Anyways. A little bit of poke in from the Junkrat. He is going to be that Steel Trap build with the Gotta Trap them all. Level 13, but the boars are unleashed from the Rex, so they're looking for a massive charge, but the Concussion Mine actually splits back Junkrat and the Misha. Tychus does go down. 13 sit. There's the extended range. Miniken does have a Varian inside their belly. Protection status, by the way, with the shield wall, but 8-Bit is being absolutely surrounded. It's going to be a solid double kill for the members of Tricky Gooses, but ProBUs will be able to get the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight going over to Leoric in mid lane. What value does he get with this? Let's check on the Dragon Knight damage. Does 266 damage baseline, 531 into structures. Junkrat actually runs into top lane to catch the soak for Leoric, and Tyrande just hanging out in mid lane. Bottom lane still 50%ed, or at the midway mark. Thanks for casting our game. My pleasure. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Hey, Mitch, what's up, bud? Also, as a note, if you, we had a hype train and everything, but on the note of not subs and bits and things like that, if you've not followed the channel, I highly recommend it. Do a lot of casting. If you enjoy Heroes of Storm content, there's a lot here, so I hope you consider following if you have not already. But now, Mind Control comes out. The hook was pretty good, but is there enough to make something else happen? This Riptire seems like it's just going to get a little bit of damage in Tomb on to Kil'jaeden, with just the short distance Wraith Walk to get out of the, I was going to say buried alive, but the zombie wall of Nazeebo. Thanks for the follows. We should go fishing later? Okay. We went fishing before this game, but we are gonna have a live best of 3 in roughly an hour and 10 minutes. So maybe we'll go fishing right before we do that best of 3 series. It's gonna be Division A. We're pre-gaming our Division A game with a Division A game. Why not? Thanks for coming by though, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. I hope your Thursday is nice and cozy and it's a good one. 137 stacks on the Nazeebo. Chattering Teeth will connect onto Kil'jaeden. Gonna get the double Haunting Wave away. Yes, they have the Windrunner at level 13, so they have that free second cast onto it. 16 talent tier will arrive to our red team, our ProBUs members first. And the same question is posed to them. Are they gonna try and make a play with the 16 talent tier? Little turtle up. Oh wait, no, Birdie steps a little too far forward. Haunt wasn't used. Starfall is going to be there. The Tyrande Lunar Flare connects as well, and a kill into Nazeebo. I was actually about to say, like, man, the members are, oh my god, max range hook. A little miscommunication on that mind control out from Sylvanas, and this should be Varian able to back away. He actually dives onto Key and throws a little bit of damage out as well. Did go for that Mortal Strike at level 13, so it is going to be reducing the health by 40%, so it's a nice little trade, because I think Stukov was also reducing Varian's health by a little bit. Good back and forth. Good back and forth from both sides.
Control both shrines.
Who runs Nexus Gaming Series? It's volunteer based. It's like Heroes Lounge. It's all volunteer based. Rexar is going to feign death to buy himself a little bit of time while the Entomb expires. Misha will be sacrificed for it. Elf Boy, how dare you! Bottom lane capped by the side of Tricky Goose. Sage on the top lane on the Leoric is going to be able to have that top Sunshrine. Moonshine needs to be the contested, John Bunyan looking to step in, throws a steel trap out into the bush, waiting for the enemy team to maybe get hit by that, or just poking onto them to zone them out. 8-Bit comes in for the taunt. Tychus with a lot of good damage. Friendly hook on to Kil'jaeden. That was a close one for a second there, but no actual kill into Sylvanas. Miniken gonna hook out. Looking at John Bunyan, not able to connect. Top lane, Leoric is trying to win the 1v1 and will be able to do so. Sage able to win out top lane. Bottom lane, not the case, as Miniken is just eating some of these steel traps for free. Alrighty. Mid lane. Gonna be seeing the fort go, I wouldn't say down. It's gonna take a decent amount of damage. I think there was a massive shove from Stukov. Miniken is gonna get the Gorge onto Tychus. Sage is getting a little bit low. Taunt from Varian on Stukov will find the kill. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Not sorry, Wailing Arrow. I thought I heard it, but I think it might have been mind control used. No, that's too short of a cooldown, I think. No, that actually might have been used. I swear I heard Wailing Arrow for a second. Birdie, can they get here in time? No, they're not even going to try and contest it. Sage gets the channel, and that's another Dragonite over to the side of ProBUs. Oh, thank you, Paige, for using the NGS command. Much appreciated. You can. There's a lot of information for NGS, how to join the Discord server, etc. on the NGS website. If you want to join the Discord server, I highly recommend it. It's a good place to know where games are going on. The website's a good place to know where games are going on, as well as you can check that website calendar to see who is casting what. If you go to the calendar and you see a little like Twitch orange logo next to a game, that means that that game is casted. And if you click on the game, it then will give you the caster link, I think at the top of the matchup. So if you're curious for, exploring NGS to find other NGS casters or other Heroes of Storm casters, it's a great way to make sure that you can get support to those other community members as well. Waiting for the heroic matchup tonight? What is the heroic matchup tonight? Slam Jam from Miniken, and they're just going to grab themselves a Siege Giant Camp for the bottom lane. Sentinel from Tyrande will connect and does have that piercing value, as well as the Empower and the Harsh Moonlight. LTK versus this weird bread team name. Man, that's a very long name. They should just call themselves, like, I Just Enjoy Bread Man. Nazebo does finish stacks, so if you were to bet on this, you would have been right. Finished stacks before the game ended, and we'll see if he goes Violent Infection. I can only assume he will. Commandeer Odin being called down for the top lane, and this is looking like a little siege through said top. Weird bread sounds okay. Weird bread sounds delicious. Boris unleashed by the Rexar. Elf Boy looking to set up something for the team. Gorge from Stitches will be followed up by, or will follow the hook. Starfall from Tyrande. A lot of damage into Miniken, actually. Muffin able to back away. Slappy Ghost, Annihilating Spirit, excuse me, Ravenous Spirit is going to be utilized by Birdie, but it will be canceled a little bit earlier, or it might have been stunned out. I'm not 100% sure. Oh my god, that was such a max range hook. Tyrande throws out the Sentinel. Miniken is a miniaturized. Sage is trying to Wraith walk away. Irby so very low, and Killidan finds the Haunting Wave. Pops the Will of Forsaken, but still will be traded out. Leoric is going to finish out the Mithril Mace from level 16. Going to get some slows with that Spectral... Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm blanking on it. Skeletal Swing. There we go. Getting some slows out. He also has that Paralyzing Rage. Increase the slow of Skeletal Swing by 20. Which I think actually takes it to 60%, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's baseline 40. Yeah. Bottom is held by the members of our red team, the Moonshrine. Sunshrine is looking like they're trying to grab it. Misha will be thrown onto the point for it. I, too, enjoy bread a lot. I love bread. I absolutely love bread. I love sandwiches. I love grilled cheeses. I know those are sandwiches, but they're hot sandwiches. I just love bread. I love bread. I love bread, man. So Key gets the channel through the bottom lane. Top lane goes back over to the side of ProBUs. And big red button with Commandeer Odin through the top lane. Violent Infection was picked and finished. If you would have believed it in this game chat, you would have known. Doors Unleashed, big red button. I'm waiting to see how this all kind of shapes up right now. Mind Control from Sylvanas will not connect. There's going to be an Entomb with the Buried Alive. Taunt onto the Stitches. He's taking a lot of damage. Big red button comes through. Doesn't even land before they actually get the kill into Stitches. Misha Bear is going to be sacrificed. Okay. I have a box of mini croissants. They're divine. Oh man, mini croissants would be amazing. I love a plain croissant because you can just put some jam on it. You can put a little chocolate. Like there's so much you can do with a croissant. You can also get like chocolate already filled into it, but I like plain ones because I can change up the jelly and stuff. Birdie should go down here. Yeah, actually gonna get hit by the Sentinel as well, which chunked quite heavily into their health pool. Should have bought those when I was at the grocery store. Dang it! Missed opportunity. I'll do it next time. They have a bag. Oh, really? I didn't know Thomas the Bagel brand made those either, huh? Did you know that the Thomas Bagel brand, I think it is, I think their bagels are vegan, if I'm not mistaken. So my neighbors were telling me about, like, there's like a lot of like vegan things that a lot of people don't like Sour Patch Kids. Those are vegan. I know a lot of vegan candy because they have a kid, and in around Halloween time, I buy a lot of candy. And I'll go over there for a beer and I'll take a bunch of candy and I'll be like, this is for you, don't tell your parents. Riptire from the Junkrat comes out. He has the extra oomph, looking for 3 heroes, does get the full reset, can go for another channel onto that as the Dragonite is going to try and kick its way through the bottom lane. Is going to confirm the keep, but can they go core? Doesn't look like they actually want to, as Tychus is actually dashing backwards. Oh yeah, when we were displaced, I went down the mountain with them. And one of the nights we all went out and got, I forget what we get for dinner. I honestly forgot what we got for dinner. But we stopped by like a CVS on the way walking back to the house. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to grab like a beer to walk with. Because it was like, we were walking through neighborhoods. It was dark and stuff like that. So it's whatever. And I'm going to grab a bag of candy. And their daughter was like, oh, you should get this one. I was like, how about we get both? And her parents were like, Chris, those are not for her. You need to take both of those when you leave tomorrow. And I left them both. I'm a great neighbor. I'm a very good neighbor. I even told them, I'm like, look, I'm not here to help. I'm here just to be a nuisance. Alrighty, Dragonite phase has been kind of stalled out. The Dragonite actually just expires from timer. And we're sitting at 5 to 13 in kills, 21 to 22 in our levels. We've seen a lot of the talents for quite some time. Nazebo at 250 stacks. Let's take stock of some late game talent, or excuse me, some late game numbers like the damage, healing, and experience. I wish experience would be color coded for each team. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Get them all hopped up in sugar and send them home. Exactly, Wildfire, exactly. I'll go over there with like a king-size like package of Skittles and be like, here you go. You are my favorite neighbor. Who's Chris? I don't know, he's this weird fucker. Baha is everyone's fun uncle. I mean, yeah. I'm the guy who shows up and goes, we're getting pizza, right? And they go, we had pizza last night. It's like, cool, so we're getting pizza? Top lane has a massive push coming through. The Death Bridge is going to be attempted by the members of ProBUs. This could be very risky, and they're playing it as safe as they possibly can. Nazebo does have a lot of really good clear in this lane, but so does Muffin on the Commandeer Odin big red button. But this is going to be a top lane cleared out quite quickly. All they need on the side of ProBUs is one good team fight. They have a win condition set up through bottom lane, but will they be able to find said fight? Well, the objective phase isn't too far off, and that should be... Yep, there it is. That should be kind of the call for our big engagement. Try and make sure that I get the APM for you all. Fun uncles are usually weird? Yeah, I'm a pretty weird guy. I stream for a living. Which I'm sure to some people is very cool. Can be stressful. Regardless, mind control, Riptire, Boars, a lot are used. They actually get the Riptire destroyed before it even explodes, so no cooldown reduction, full death timer, full timer cooldown for that. Chattering Teeth come out. They're going to connect onto Miniken, who did get the Gorge onto this variant. Starfall from the Toronto Key getting very low. Sage trying to step up. Is there a Buried Alive? Not for 28 seconds. Stitches does go down. Unstoppable onto the Sylvana. She uses that Will the Forsaken for that movement speed as well. Huge Sentinel. Almost getting a double kill, actually. That would have been huge. Rexar with the Flare checking out the bush. Essentially, by the way, Flare has 0 cooldown. It has an activation time, an active time of 20 seconds and a cooldown of 20 seconds, and it has an active cooldown. So the moment you throw it out, that cooldown starts. So you can just throw out flares every single time you have them. There's no mana cost if I'm not mistaken either. It's just you throw a flare. Throw a flare off cooldown. Wish you would stop gorging Varian. I feel like it's one of those things, not like a desperation play, but I feel like it's one of those things that your composition is built to gorge. Oh, shit. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, we're good. I feel like it's one of those things where, like, at this point, they're just trying to land the Wombo with whomever they gorge or hook. And I think it's one of those things where Varian just keeps getting hooked because he's standing in those positions where you'd expect to be looking for or fishing for people. So I think it's just circumstantial right now. And, like, Varian is just constantly in Miniken's face, but he's got this protection, he's got all this value, and the core will fall. Game number 1 goes over to the side of ProBUs. GG, well played. LOL, what? My battery backup started to go off, which means I'm losing power. That is what the beeping was. Yes, that is my 2 battery backups kicking on. I have roughly 30 minutes of stream time. Yeah. When the battery backups go off, that means we are about to lose power, which we have a lot of heavy winds today. No, we're good. We're good right now. Worst case scenario, I can always run to the garage, grab the Jenny, and start and get that kicked off. Oh shit, I don't have gas for it. Fuck. Buy gas. You know what the best part about being an adult is forgetting everything always. I literally have 2 gas cans I've been meaning to fill up the entire time, but then the fire happened, and I was like, I probably don't want to store an entire gas can in my garage while the fire potentially hits Lake Tahoe. Might be a dumb idea, so I didn't really refill them. But once we're in the clear, I think I'm going to go fill those gas cans. I also love saying no becomes a hobby. Yeah. Just fart in the tank instead of gas. No. All right, let's go ahead and get into our next map, because if it's a best of three on average goes an hour and a half. So that'll put us right before our live best of three, which is coming up in about an hour. So let's get into map number 2. Let's get the team scores updated, and let's find out what's going to happen here for map number 2. Oh, before we get into that, I have a lot of alerts to resend, so give me 1 second. Let me load everything in. Okay, the players are on the correct sides. That's always our favorite thing. Okay, and okay. All right, let's see. We had a few alerts during that game, so let's get into them. I believe it started with that one.
Hello.
One of my favorites. Stark, thank you for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. Snargles, thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months.
Subscribe.
I did something today.
Sentinel, 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 and a miss. GG.
All right, cool.
Hello.
Making a joke earlier about the vegan candies being made of turkey. Oh no! I got you. Sorry, took me a second. If you're joking around about amphibians and battery backup, how are you going to make it through in 90 minutes? What do you want from me? Let's get into a game. Let's go ahead and find out what's going to happen here on Alterac Pass. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into Division A. Tricky Gooses in the blue on Alterac Pass, trying to take us to a map number 3. We've got Elf Boy on the Malthael, Key on the Anduin, Killadin going to be on that Chromie, Miniken on the Garrosh, and Birdie on the Junkrat. Over in the red, we've got the members of ProBUs trying to close things out in a quick 2-0 fashion. Muffin on the Lunara, John Bunyan on the Jaina, Irby on that Brightwing, Sage on the Hogger, and 8-Bit will be playing the Anubrak. Let's go out and check those level 1s and see what our engagement will look like. For a second there, if you're wondering why there's a little red dot over their heads, it's because Time Walker's Pursuit was used on the enemy team. Crush, good to see you, bud. I'm going to need you to give her all you got there, Chief Engineer Bahamut. Thank you. But I have not been an engineer for over 6 months. Just wondering if your stream is suddenly going to cut or maybe your power's out. You might want to save it. No. The beeps, by the way, those beeps that you heard, if the power goes out, those beeps are consistent while the power's out. That is why they triggered. So since they're not beeping anymore, the power's good. What this also lets us do is not lose power for 3 seconds and then have everything drop. So that is the nice thing as well. Muffin is going to just push up one wave in bottom. Actually, is there going to be some missed experience with this? They could slow down the rotation, but no. Fungineer? I'm a Fungineer. Yes, I'm a Fungineer. Also known as a streamer. The engineer to our entertainment. What's up, Rob Dog? How you doing, bud? How's the puppy? And Funkle, yes, I am your Funkle. Hogger sets up for a nice quick bounce around the null camp, cancels it early, and continues just to auto-attack his way through all of this. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. We are doing a ton of casting today. I think I actually need to claim this game still on the website, but that doesn't matter. Birdie almost goes down. Good concussion mind to disengage and save themselves. Work's been frustrating, a bit of nothing too bad. Mostly just making mountains out of anthills. Got you. Well, I hope everything calms down. It's not nothing too crazy. Journeyman cooking for Sage on this Hogger. He's going to get thrown. He probably is going to hog wild back into his front gate area. Yeah, this is Mini Ken just putting pressure onto Sage, but not actually threatening the life of Hogger as the mid lane null camps are crashing closer to the side of ProBUs. Garrosh coming through. Gonna get another stack on his Warbreaker level 1. He's actually 1/3 of the way through, and he's got that first portion of the reward through. Kairu, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hi, hello, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is my 21st birthday. Oh my god. Today is my 21st birthday, even though I was born in December. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so excited to have my first alcoholic beverage in my entire life today. Kairu, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Thank you for bringing all your friends over here. I hope you had a phenomenal stream. If someone could shout out Kairu, that'd be much appreciated. You don't look a day over 12. Well, I should look a day over 12 because that is a little too young to be on Twitch. Thank you again, Kairu, for the raid. I hope you had an awesome stream. I hope you stole all the points from all of those Nexus fools. But we are here on Alterac Pass on a little game, and we are going to get into a live best of 3 in less than an hour. Happy birthday, Bahamut. None of us knew. Yeah. I was in a giving mood today. Got you. Very, very nice.
Not.
You know, sometimes you gotta donate points to the Nexus. I get it. Sometimes you feel bad for the people that are just, you know, awful, and you're like, you know, you need these points a little bit more than me. So I get it. You're a Saint Kairu. Saint Kairu in chat. Crush, thank you for the 69 bits. I'll resend your alert when you get a game, as well as the raid message from Cairo, or the raid alert. But our first objective still up and available. How do we know it's first objective? Well, it's very early in the game, but also first objective has a 30-second timer on it. Second objective is 40. Third objective and onward on Alterac Pass is 50 seconds of channel time necessary. So if you're ever confused, or if you're ever wondering when you're watching a casted game, or in your own if you forget somehow, that is the way to tell. You never know. I mean, sometimes I'm in my own games. I'm like, how many Dragonites have there been? This is a little ridiculous. The enemy team just keeps getting them and winning. Crazy. I was also thinking about it. I ran out of coffee and I've been trying to substitute with tea. No, you cannot. You cannot. Like, a cup of black tea is like, what, like a quarter of a cup of coffee? Even, like, unless you got, like, Assam tea. Assam tea has a lot of caffeine, but even then, I don't think that's even close to a cup of coffee. I think, like, Assam tea is, like, 2/3 of a cup of coffee in the amount of caffeine. So if you are a caffeine necessary person, then just start, you know, chugging Monsters or something. I don't know. Can't drink those. I get too jittery and shaky. And then I crash super hard and I just want to go to bed. Alrighty, we're still having a little back and forth around this bottom lane area. While we're waiting for our 10 talent tiers to come through, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, and let's see what comes of said objective phase. Chromie did go for the temporal loop at her level 8, technically 10. Time stop onto 2. Gillidan able to get tossed away by the Garrosh. It's looking okay so far for the side of Tricky Gooses as they get a little channel time. Muffin able to counteract things, but actually will be interrupted by Elf Boy. Garrosh comes through with another Groundbreaker. Muffin looking for that channel stall time. Stops at 11 seconds. Miniken getting very low. Is going to be slowed by the Jaina, trying just to keep themselves alive. Huge Groundbreaker throws the enemy away, but a kill will be found into said Garrosh. And that's going to be a little more experience than the other side kill that we saw earlier. I think it was like a 70 experience deficit or difference between the two. We'll see those 10s coming through in just a second. Very curious to see. Monsters would explode my heart. Oh, same, absolutely. The most caffeine I really drink is like this tea. Maybe a Red Bull from time to time. Helen, holy shit, thank you for gifting a sub to Mac. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you all for the insane support today, and thank you again, Kyrie, for the raid. Also, as always, I forget to do this all the time. If you are new to the stream, if you've never been here before, my name's Bahamut. I do a ton of Heroes of Storm casting. If you've not followed the channel, I highly recommend you do so. If you'd like to support further, it's always very much appreciated. Hogger goes in with the Hortipult to solidify the kill into Malthael. The objective phase is stopped at 1 second and 6 milliseconds. Couldn't think of the terminology for that right there. As Killidan gets dove in by the Anubarak. There's a cocoon onto Garrosh as he throws Muffin right into said Chromie. And do we have the chain CC necessary? Indomitable will be used right out the cocoon, but still the damage is found. The burst is there, and a secondary kill found in favor for the side of ProBUs. A easy double kill. Helen on a roll. Helen's amazing. Chat's amazing. Y'all are best. Camp will be tagged on the right side by Jaina. John Bunyan trying to burn through this as quickly as possible. Might need a little bit of help, and a Hogger's on his way for that. All right, Oliver. Okay, Oliver. Okay, Oliver. How you doing, bud? Alrighty. 8-bit to go to top lane. Lunara, Muffin, and bottom. And, oh, we're actually going to see a little bit of a swap right now. Okay, Sage to swap out with a new Barak for the top lane. That makes sense. That makes sense. Nubrak actually burrows in on, oh my god, the leap of faith mid-air. As he was being impaled and lifted to the sky from the impale, he was being saved by the Anduin. Mid lane does get chunked down to 50%. Junkrat goes down in bottom lane, but the Lunaro trades out. So we will have Garrosh clearing out said bottom. Malthiel's pushing on to Sage and top. And Elfboy is trying to make something happen here. Sage is actually starting to get chunked a little bit. Throws out the loot stash to get a little healing from that. And bounces off the gate. Going to be able to back away Jaina and Anubarak with the help of Brightwing pushing in through mid. The Null Camp still available, reducing armor of the structure up to -20. And that is going to be Fort going down in mid. I think there's a quick rotation into bottom lane. Is it a pick onto Miniken, or is it going to be a priority onto the Fort? Probably priority onto the Fort. Everyone knows the 3 systems. Imperial, Metric, and Caster. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. So, Malthiel is hanging out around in top lane. He is working for that 13 talents here for the friendly team. Gonna check boss. Oh, no, gonna check. They're gonna get rid of the Sentinel from... No, that's not right. The Wisp from Lunara. What did she actually take a level 1? She went hippity-hoppity. Okay, interesting. After not basic attacking or taking damage for 2 seconds, increase movement speed bonus of Dryad Swiftness by 10%. Baseline Dryad Swiftness is going to be 20, so basically you have mount speed when you're unhindered. Apparently 3 ways is a blocked Twitch, get your shit together. Just overthinking stuff. We'll have you now here's a thing that I try to do from time to time. Have you thought of not? It's worked out great for me. No, just kidding. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry to hear that. Birdie trying to back away as the light bomb on him. The Anduin does get locked into a cocoon as Hogger found a wonderful Hog Wild. There's going to be a Lunar trade, but still 2 for 1. Lacerates goes out. There's going to be a Jaina going down. It's a bit of a bloodbath over this engagement. Malthiel, Chromies are the last 2 available. Killidan is getting chased. The Burrow Charge won't connect. Irby, did he have the auto necessary? Irby actually getting chunked right now. Almost goes down. Able to blink away. Hogger actually autos onto the boss, but I don't think they intended for that. And so... it's a solid quad kill for the members of ProBUs, a double kill for the members of Tricky Goose, and Malthiel just hanging around through mid lane. Malthiel going to get flanked, though, at 8-bit. Malthiel not going to get CC'd in any way, shape, or form. He's going to dive past the far side of the enemy team. Concussion Mine saves Elfboy. If only I known I had this power earlier. I know, it's so simple. It's like when people come to my channel, they're just like, dude, just kill the right Samuro clone. Easy. Yeah, but I hope you're doing well. Hope you treat yourself well, bud. I also don't know why Twitch moderation auto mod caught 3 ways. That's a really weird one, but either way. Okay. So, level lead in favor of ProBUs. Toss onto Hogger. He's probably fine. Temporal loop onto Hogger. He might not be so fine now. Hortapult's away. Lacerite's applied. He actually is absolutely fine here. Riptire comes out from Junkrat. Lunara very low. Gets some damage onto Key. This is going to be the Cocoon onto Garrosh, and things are looking good. Oh, they were looking good for Tricky Goose, but that is going to be a trade into Maltheo. Miniken getting very low here. The Water Elemental is sustaining the slow into Miniken, who's trying to back away. Chromie trying to throw out some damage into the enemy's side, but they're going to have to use that time stop for a second. Garrosh does go down. John Bunyan chasing in, and John Bunyan goes for the channel as Junkrat's not able to delay out. All right, so Garrosh set for 22 seconds, 28 seconds necessary of channel time. This is looking... I don't think they're going to be able to defend this right now, because Garrosh still has to rotate into the engagement as well. Horror Loop onto Sage, and Nubrak comes in for the Burrow Charge, trying to slow down Chromie's damage output, and will be able to do so enough where Sage lives. A little more time still on this channel, less than 10 seconds to go. 16 talent tier advantage still over the side of ProBUs. Little Hogger, dense blasting power to zone back the enemy team. Lunara back in the mix. Hortipult in from Sage. He's trying to make a play here, but did he overextend? Absolutely over-aggressive. And Maltheo self-cleanse, but there's the leap in from Lunara. And Maltheo, he just respawned, is going to go down. The objective phase going over to the side of ProBUs. What other value can they bring with this second objective phase? A break in December when school finishes, and all I gotta work at school. Oh yeah. I hope you take a break in December. Don't do the thing that I always did, which was I have a break. Let's fill that break with things to do. Take some time off, relax, hang out with the pup. My biggest 2 cents, honestly, is don't try and fill that time off with other productive shit. Be unproductive. You heard it from me here, chat. Be unproductive. Sometimes you need those unproductive days. I try it all the time. Mondays are actually the day I usually take off streaming. I try and be so unproductive. Like, I'll sit there and go, I could vacuum the house. I could do laundry. Or I could sit on my booty, watch some TV, take Bandit for walks, go around, do random stuff, and have a good day.
It will take more than that to stop the frost.
It's not unproductive, it's regeneration. See? See, Boring knows. Boring Extra knows all about this. All right. 6 to 12 in our kills. Boss? Is it being attempted? Oh, let's jump onto the Lunara vision. So they do see Junkrat moving towards this boss. Opposing side vision, Garrosh is actually set up in the bush. They're not going for boss whatsoever. The enemy team hasn't shown. We know that they're kind of around. Lunara will poke out. All right. Okay. Okay, so sorry, I was looking to see what the little yellow dot was. It's an Anduin talent. Oh, I'm terrible. Now I have this time. I can do all the things I'm behind on, and then I get more stressed and do... Exactly. That's why you need to use one day to do absolutely nothing, and the second day to actually be productive. That's why you... And then you should have a third day off where you, once again, do nothing, so you can feel good about the day you're productive. On 4, off 3. It's the way it should be, in my opinion. That's just me. 20 talent tier will be achieved by the side of ProBUs in just a moment, as the boss in top lane was grabbed by said red team. Bottom lane boss will be grabbed by the members of Tricky Gooses. So let's see what is happening here. Let's see what the push potential will look like and what our engagement could be through the defensive top lane, because there is a mass hearth out of the bottom. Boss is being forced in through top lane. Some decent damage already applied to this keep. Boss actually should confirm keep. I don't think they can save this. With the initial damage from Lunara, as well as the Nature's Calling value, basically anything that isn't a hero takes a lot of damage. Boss is getting chunked quite heavily, but it should confirm keep. Yeah. There it is. Very close, though. It was actually really close. I was very close to being incorrect, which we all know what happens then. We all know. Hey, Cold Fashion, how you doing? Temporal Loop goes out. Rewind used by a Nubrak. Polymorph will connect onto Garrosh, and he is going to get chunked so heavily. The Water Elemental actually delaying out the... Oh, no, the Jailers do get the stall onto that, but Killidan goes down, so does the Junkrat. It's a triple kill, and the top lane keep has already gone down. And Nubrak moves into bottom lane. Hogger goes for the channel on the right-hand side. I actually can't believe this. The bottom lane fort sits on a sliver of HP, but this bottom lane keep is being assailed by the side of ProBUs. And can they go beyond? Can they end the game? 40 seconds or so for a few members. On the side of Tricky Gooses. It's looking a little rough right now as the objective phase. Third one of the game will be won out by ProBUs. They back away and it looks like they're waiting for objective. Lunara, no, she's going in. She wants the kill. She wants Elf Boy. She's got those recharging strikes, the boundless stride, all leaping strikes charges. Oh my god. All leaping strike charges are returned every 15 seconds. And you can use it on allies as well. So triple keep goes down. The core has no defenses. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. As Hortipult comes in, the objective coming through the lanes, that's going to be a chunk into Anduin. He does go down. Junkrat just now respawning. Chromie about to come back from death, but Malthael and Anduin are going to get picked off. Miniken gets back into the Hall of Storms just in time. The core is falling to about a third of its HP. Phase shift onto Sage, who does have the Temporal Loop applied. Earby taking quite a bit of damage. Blink heals over to John Bunyan. The core is falling. Miniken getting a lot of damage thrown onto him from Muffin the Cocoon. Might have actually saved him, or did it delay things out? Well, we'll never know because the game goes over to the side of ProBUs. They take the series in a 2-0 fashion. GG, well played.